uploading your vaccination cards was the 30th. And that was for students, and that was also for NMSU employees. The deadline for uploading your first test is actually this Thursday. And as of that deadline, 30% of the entire NMSU student body population throughout the entire system had uploaded their vaccine cards. And the entire system includes students here on the main campus here in Las Cruces, also Doniana Community College, and also our campuses in Carlsbad, Alamogordo, and Grants. And so different communities around New Mexico have different vaccination rates, and we do see those rates differ greatly from community to community. I was disappointed to see our student numbers as low as they were. My belief is that our student numbers are actually much higher for students who've gotten vaccinated, and they just haven't, for whatever reason, understood that this is something that's required, and that's why we're doing all of this outreach over the next several days and weeks to make sure that students are aware that this is something that is important and it's something that we really need them to do. The university will continue to require students to either get vaccinated or to upload their documents. And as I mentioned, and I don't have the numbers in front of me, but those numbers are today higher than 30%, and they've gone up each and every day. They went up over the weekend, they've gone up Monday, Tuesday. Like I said, it's better late than never. If you still have your vaccine card and you have not uploaded it yet, you should probably do that as quickly as you can. So at this point in time, we just wanted to make sure that everybody has whether you've got the one-shot Johnson & Johnson or 2 shots for Moderna or Pfizer, that's what we're concerned about at this point in time. What's concerning to us is that it does seem that students who are more at risk were more directly affected by this over the last few years. And when we say students who are at risk, these would be first-generation students who maybe rely on Pell Grants or other forms of assistance, who maybe don't have the support networks that other students would have. We've seen those students drop off of our rolls at a faster rate, and that is concerning. And we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to help every student. So we've asked our faculty to help us amplify that message, and it lets them know that vaccines are free, vaccines are widely available, vaccines are required for students, or if you choose not to get vaccinated, that you need to submit a weekly test, a negative test to the university.
Personally, I feel like people should have their own idea on it. And I feel like we shouldn't be regulated to give out information like that. Of course, people should be responsible enough to take care of themselves and manage themselves better. But when it comes to being regulated by school that you're already paying for, studying for, and working hard to get your degree in, I feel like they shouldn't be forcing something on you that you don't really have to. You know? That's just my idea.
I'm kind of the same way. Obviously, I think we should be responsible and try to keep people as healthy as we can, and personal responsibility is a big thing. So I think when we're in this far into the pandemic, I personally think if you don't want to get the vaccine, that's your own personal responsibility. And if you get sick, you have to be responsible for your actions. And I think that's why I don't think it should be regulated, just because I think it's a personal choice now more than anything. If you don't want to get vaccinated, that's fine, but that's also your choice. So, accept the repercussions if they do come.
Definitely, we should be having our vaccines being checked by the school, although I feel like the regulations need to be manipulated in a different way. I don't know what the best way or course of action is, but that's probably not for me to figure out.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I'm honestly, I don't know too much about the topic to really tell you, but I didn't know our university was not as, they are giving us an option. If you don't want to be vaccinated, you do have an option to do that. You just have to submit weekly tests, and that's kind of, I'm glad that we do have options there for some people. Now knowing that obviously some universities or institutions require one, so I'm glad we are. I am vaccinated, but I'm glad for some people that don't want to be, for whichever reason they at least do have an option not to. They just have to submit weekly tests, which I guess is what they have to do. That's what they have to do if they want to continue. So we are, I guess the university is giving us that option, which, you know, kind of is good, because they're, you know, they're probably listening to what they're looking at the numbers. Some students are vaccinated, but, you know, they obviously want to keep them in the institution, keep them learning, so they did provide that option.
I think we're doing fine. I think we are back to wearing masks indoors, in supermarkets and schools, and I see a lot of people are following the rules quite well. And you know, it's been like 1.5 years now, so I think everybody's quite getting used to the masks and all the regulations. I think we're doing great, and if we pass this winter time, you know, like this, I think, you know, we'll have no problem to get back to normal next year sometime. I think it's a great idea to upload vaccine cards, because before we only had the physical card, you know, that's very easy to lost. So now I uploaded it. I feel quite comfortable with it. I feel safe. Some people don't want to get vaccinated, but having them to get vaccinated, you know, I mean, you know, get tested weekly, that's really tough. I think, you know, for collective efficacy of the vaccine, I think it's something necessary. I think the message is to get vaccinated.
I think it's good to give students an option other than vaccination. But what we're seeing is not a lot of compliance, or at least initially. I think only 30% uploaded either proof of testing or proof of vaccination. So, but I think that number's up now. So, as long as everybody complies, I think it's a good thing. But I know that they have testing sites set up all around campus and everything to make it pretty easy. You're never going to make everyone happy, so if they had enacted a vaccine mandate and required everyone to get vaccinated, you'd have people upset about that. If they had not required either one, if there was just nobody was required to upload proof of anything, then you'd have a lot of people unhappy about that. So I think this was a nice compromise. People who are vaccinated can upload proof of vaccination. If they have some, you know, medical reason or some other reason for not getting vaccinated, then there's an option for them. A little inconvenient, but at least there's an opt-out component to it. Whereas a lot of universities are just making everybody get vaccinated, and if they don't comply, well, then you're out, kind of thing. So I think it was a pretty wise compromise, and I think UNM has done the same thing, and it seems to be working more or less. So you're not going to make everyone happy, but I think overall it's kind of working.